So what is PFAS? Well, PFAS is not one specific chemical. It's not one specific mixture, but rather it's a generic class of chemicals. And when you look at different requirements that are facing electronics manufacturers, there is no one global definition of what PFAS is. So as you can see here, OECD has their own specific structural definition of PFAS. But when we compare that to the definition referenced by Maine and Minnesota, you could see that one's a lot more generic. Moving on to the EU proposed PFAS ban, you see yet another structural definition of what constitutes PFAS. And then looking at, say, EPA TSCA Section 8A7, you have yet another structural definition of what's in scope for PFAS under that reporting requirement. So you can see there's a lot of variance in exactly what, from a technical perspective, is considered PFAS when we're looking at these regulations. PFAS is referred to as forever chemicals, and you may have heard that term in the media because they break down very slowly and they accumulate in the environment and in human tissue. And it's been found in the liver, it's been found in Newport babies. So there is a concern of the long-term impact of these chemicals, both in the environment and to human health and safety. Because PFAS is really a category of man-made compounds, there is no master list of PFAS that we can refer to. So if someone says, hey, do you have PFAS present? Can't just simply pull up one list and compare to that list and say yes or no specifically. So we see the OECD, they have published a list of 4,700 chemicals they consider PFAS, while EPA's master inventory has over 15,000 chemicals classified as PFAS, while 12,697 as of March of those meet the definition of PFAS reportable under Section 8A7. And keep in mind that no matter what list you're working with, it's not an exhaustive list. It's a reference list. So when you have some PFAS that you know is present that's not present on one of these lists, it's quite possibly still in scope for reporting and restriction. The lists that are out there are just for reference.
Watch the full-length video and gain access to our full archive of educational webinars at greensoftech.com/videos. And while you're there, learn about our premier solutions for environmental regulation compliance.